Welcome to Drunk Bible Study. This show's mission is to read every single word of the greatest story ever told. A warning to our listeners, the hosts of this show are sinners, but they're doing their best. There will be drinking and there may be some swears. They did say they'd try to keep it clean, but I wouldn't put my money on it.
I'm Emily, and this is Drunk Bible Study, where my good friends Dedeker and Jace teach me, a born and raised atheist, all about the Bible. We have made it. It is the end of 2 Chronicles. I never thought that we would see this day. And my
heart is too full. Too full.
I know. Well, truly, I mean, I got off of a plane like 30 minutes ago, and from, doing a event with the two of you in Seattle for our book, for other podcasts. And it's so amazing that we are ending 2 Chronicles and thus basically the end of this book the same week that our book comes out. And it's just, it's really shocking and surprising.
All the synchronicity.
I'm very great. Yeah, I'm very grateful.
Yeah.
Really amazing.
It's almost like it was divinely purposed.
I know, which is phenomenal. Maybe it was. Perhaps it was. Quite. Yes.
So it's between this and that one time that we were saying shit about Yahweh and then the thunderstorm knocked out Emily's internet.
That was so cool.
Those are two pieces of evidence so far that Yahweh is still speaking.
Okay, we're not okay with this show. I don't know. Maybe just wants you to know that he's there.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
So should we talk a little bit about our plans for the next few weeks and getting ready?
Yeah. Lay it out.
Yeah.
Okay. So we did some brainstorming. We've listened to people's suggestions in the chat and in the Discord and in person. And here's the plan. So today is the end of 2 Chronicles. And so, of course, we will be doing a bonus episode with a quiz about 2 Chronicles. I don't have high hopes for it, but we're going to do it anyway.
Yeah.
Then after that, we're going to end up with 11 Proverbs left, 11 chapters of Proverbs. So like a lot more than 11 Proverbs, but 11 chapters of Proverbs left. And it just feels wrong to go on to the New Testament with that hanging over our heads, and kind of jumping back and forth. So what we're going to do is we're going to do 2 episodes after this one to finish up Proverbs. So we're going to do like 5 Proverbs in one and then 6 Proverb chapters in the next. And if anyone has some good ideas of a charity about mouth stuff that we could donate to or, something like that.
I mean, like the kids who have cleft palates that need help, stuff like that.
Right. Yeah. Okay. So anyway, let us know. Give us some ideas for that. But, we'll come up with something. And also a drinking game, too. So drink for mouth stuff and we'll all die. And then the podcast will be done. We'll figure some stuff
let
out.
it not be so.
Wow.
Don't listen,
Yeah.
Yahweh. Don't
No.
listen.
Don't listen. Cancel clear on that. So anyway, so we're going to do 2 episodes after this one of finishing up Proverbs, because then we will do a bonus episode where we do a quiz on all of the Old Testament. And by quiz, I mean test, full on finals exams, except somehow our semester took 5 years.
But we're also going to do a little bit of a retrospective, right? That's going to be our cram study sesh of
Okay.
The main story beats of the Old Testament, share some memories,
Favorites.
some jokes.
Yeah.
Do a full retrospective and then we'll take the final exam. Yes?
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Sure. So we'll do a Proverbs quiz, and then the next week we'll do that retrospective of the whole Old Testament / Hebrew Bible, and then do a quiz on that. And then we will have 1 week off to gather our strength, to gird our loins, to cleanse our palates, to then start so hard and so strong with Hot Christ Summer, starting with the book of Matthew, on basically the last Thursday in June will be when we start that for the live shows. And the released episode will be first Wednesday in July. So, peak getting into summer. Everyone's going to be listening to Drunk Bible Study at the beach.
In their
Yeah.
bikinis.
In their
bikinis for
bikinis.
everyone.
Their cocktails and their teeny yellow polka dot bikinis. Love
the
it.
tropical drinks, maybe
Yeah.
playing some beach volleyball with their friends while they listen.
Mm,
It's going to be so good.
love it. Alrighty, I'm excited. What are you two drinking? I know we had
We've been drinking a lot.
we went a little hard this week.
Yeah, the three of us were together in person. We were
Yeah.
celebrating a book launch for our other podcast. It was a lot of nights of drinking. And I know maybe this is not really believable, but I don't drink that
We don't
much during
drink-
the week.
No,
So
neither do Jason and
usually I save my
was-
drinking for Thursday nights here on this show. So I'm actually taking a break.
Mhm.
So maybe that'll give me an advantage on the quiz. Maybe.
Oh, good.
We'll see.
Maybe.
I'm just drinking some nice restorative kombucha with no
Sounds
alcohol in it whatsoever. It's
There's
great.
like 0.5% or
yeah,
something.
we
So there you
get by
go.
on a technicality.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm also having some nice restorative kombucha with some blueberries in it
Oh,
and also gin.
great. Yeah.
So
Oh, all right. Okay, he's going for it.
I'm having a purple drink. It kind of looks gray from here, but yeah, the using the butterfly pea gin,
love that.
doing my normal thing. I'm having purple in honor of our other book cover.
Great.
Yes. Love it. So we're having a nice kind of chiller week in terms of our alcohol consumption because it was a lot and we need to slow down.
Also,
That's fine. All you out there can be drinking for us.
yeah, love that. Also, as a fun little addition, one of our fans in the Drunk Bible Study Discord server, which you can join by going to discord.drunkbiblestudy.com or drunkbiblestudy.com/discord. They will both take you there. In our episode discussion channel, there's a link. You might have to scroll back a little ways to find it, but for some bingo cards for today.
Yes.
This is Old Testament bingo. I've got my card pulled up here, so I will be playing along as we go. Do you have yours, Emily and Dedeker?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, great.
Yes.
We'll see if any of us win bingo.
Oh, I see. So it's just like can I like press on it and then that
Yes.
Yeah, you can
X's
click
out?
on it and
Yeah.
X them out.
Oh, cool.
So you
It's interactive.
listening at home, if you're not driving,
got it.
pull up your bingo card, keep an ear out for it. We've got things like references to David, stuff about foreskins, leprosy, false prophets. Honestly, don't know how optimistic I am about my card. I feel like I've got some things that I don't think I'm going to get in the way of some lines here, but we'll see. We will see how it goes. You never know what to expect.
I mean, yeah, we only have a couple chapters left, but
Right.
I feel like so many of these things have absolutely happened.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
we may be surprised
yeah.
by how
Yeah.
far along we get.
that's true.
Yeah,
that is
Great.
true.
Love it. All right. Shall we?
Yeah,
Yeah, let's do
just get right into it.
Shall we do this? It's time.
Okay, here we go. We are continuing on with the final two chapters of 2nd Chronicles. This is chapters 35 and 36. And then we're going to be reading 2 chapters of Proverbs, 19 and 20. Get a little bit of wisdom going on up in here.
Yeah.
As we get started, we want to remind everyone to read responsibly and drink responsibly.
You can drink along with us, or you can listen while you're in the car.
But please do not do both at the same time.
And with that, we're going to bring you to 2nd Chronicles, chapter 35.
Gotta really get down to that beat because that's it.
That's the last time.
I'm
Yeah.
not gonna hear it anymore.
Yeah.
Sad. It was a good one.
Mhm.
It's a good one. All right.
Josiah kept a Passover to Yahweh in Jerusalem, and they killed the Passover on the 14th day of the first month. Now,
That's
we
a
have
weird turn of phrase.
we have come across this turn of phrase before, I believe,
Yeah.
referring to killing the Passover sacrifice.
It's like a lamb
On
or
that day.
something like that. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. He set the priests in their offices and encouraged them to the service of the house of Yahweh. He said to the Levites who taught all Israel, who were holy to Yahweh, Put the holy ark in the house which Solomon, the son of David, king of Israel, did build. There shall no more be a burden on your shoulders. Now serve Yahweh your God and his people Israel. Prepare yourselves after your father's houses by your divisions, according to the writing of David, king of Israel, and according to the writing of Solomon his son. Stand in the holy place according to the divisions of the fathers' houses of your brothers, the children of the people, and let there be for each a portion of a father's house of the Levites. Kill the Passover and sanctify yourselves, and prepare for your brothers to do according to the word of Yahweh by Moses. Josiah gave to the children of the people of the flock, lambs and kids, all of them for the Passover offerings to all who were present, to the number of 30,000 and 3,000 bulls.
Wow.
These were of the king's substance. His princes gave for a freewill offering to the people, to the priests, and to the Levites. Hilkiah and Zechariah and Jehiel, the rulers of the house of God, gave to the priests for the Passover offerings 2,600 small cattle and 300 oxen. Conaniah, like Conaniah, all right, also, and Shemaiah and Nethanel, his brothers, and Hashabiah and Jeiel and Jozabad, the chiefs of the Levites, gave to the Levites for the Passover offerings 5,000 small cattle and 500 oxen. So the service was prepared, and the priests stood in their place, and the Levites by their divisions, according to the king's commandment. They killed the Passover, and the priests sprinkled the blood which they received of their hand, and the Levites flayed them.
Yuck.
Yeah, this is all.
More details than we really
Gosh.
needed, yeah.
Also, I'm just kind of shocked because I thought that God wasn't into this anymore, but I guess he is. Or was that later?
That was later, and also I think that was not really what that meant. We just interpreted it that way. It was more that he didn't like the ones they were doing, like they were the wrong flavor of incense, or there was something else.
I thought it was like he didn't like that they were doing it while not being 100% devoted to him.
Yeah, maybe that was it.
Okay.
I think that was part of it. They removed the burnt offerings that they might give them according to the divisions of the fathers' houses of the children of the people to offer to Yahweh, as it is written in the book of Moses. So did they with the oxen. They roasted the Passover with fire, according to the ordinance, and the holy offerings boiled they in pots and in cauldrons and in pans and carried them.
Oh my God.
And any type of pot, really. Any type of kitchenware.
Any container we could find, yeah.
Yeah.
Is that on my bingo card? Any type of?
I know. I'm like going back and forth, like looking at my bingo card. I'm like, come on. I already got one, but.
Really? What did you get?
Who's winning so far? Some reference to David.
Oh, I missed it.
Oh.
Yeah, I've got that one on mine too. Okay. All right.
Okay. Also, girded loins.
I said
think,
that.
Well, that was
I don't
a
know if that
reference
counts.
that Jace made. Does that count?
That wasn't. No.
No, it doesn't count. Doesn't count. Okay.
I could say all of these things. Does that count?
All right. Okay, holy offerings boiled they in pots and in cauldrons and in pans and carried them quickly to all the children of the people. Afterward, they prepared for themselves and for the priests, because the priests, the sons of Aaron, were busied in offering the burnt offerings and the fat until night. Therefore, the Levites prepared for themselves and for the priests, the sons of Aaron. The singers, the sons of Asaph, were in their place, according to the commandment of David, and Asaph and Heman and Jeduthun, the king's seer, and the porters were at every gate. They didn't need to depart from their service, for their brothers, the Levites, prepared for them. So all the service of Yahweh was prepared the same day to keep the Passover and to offer burnt offerings on the altar of Yahweh, according to the commandment of King Josiah. The children of Israel who were present kept the Passover at that time, and the feast of unleavened bread 7 days. There was no Passover like that kept in Israel from the days of Samuel the prophet.
The most epic
Really?
ever.
Wow.
The best one. Neither did any of the kings of Israel keep such a Passover as Josiah kept, and the priests and the Levites and all Judah and Israel who were present, and the inhabitants of Jerusalem.
Does that count bad-mouthing other kings? Does that count?
That is on the bingo card here, yeah.
It's a little indirect.
Yeah, I feel like we got
I mean, God was.
Yeah, I don't know about that.
Yeah. I think bad-mouthing, it has to be direct, like he did wicked in the eyes of Yahweh or whatever.
Fine.
Let's see. Okay, in the 18th year of the reign of Josiah was this Passover kept. After all this, when Josiah had prepared the temple, Necho, Wafer, king of Egypt, went up to fight against Carchemish by the Euphrates, and Josiah went out against him. But he sent ambassadors to him, saying, "What have I to do with you, you king of Judah?"
Okay, this is bad mouthing.
Okay, is
other
that
things. Yeah.
that's bad mouthing? Come on. Thank you. Thank
Sure.
you.
Okay. "What have I to do with you, you king of Judah? I come not against you this day, but against the house with which I have war, and God has commanded me to make haste. Forbear you from meddling with God, who is with me, that he not destroy you."
Yeah, okay.
Whew,
bad
bold
mouthing
words.
Right there.
Bold words. Nevertheless, Josiah would not turn his face from him, but disguised himself, that he might fight with him, and didn't listen to the words of Necho from the mouth of God,
Okay.
and came to fight in the valley of Megiddo. Okay. So that implies that God was actually speaking through Necho, king of
Yeah.
Egypt, and Josiah shouldn't have done
This
this.
is great. In the Message Bible here, it says, "But Josiah was spoiling for a fight and wouldn't listen to a thing Necho said." And then in parentheses, "In actuality, it was God who said it."
Wait,
Thank you.
why would God do that? Just to like trick him and
Just to mess with him.
test him?
Yeah, mess with
Just to
him.
mess with him. Yeah. The archers shot at King Josiah,
Oh.
and the king said to his servants, "Have me away, for I am sore wounded."
Mm.
So his servants took him out of the chariot and put him in the second chariot that he had, and
His getaway chariot. I see.
yeah, and brought him to Jerusalem, and he died
Oh.
and was buried
Oh,
in the
boy.
tombs of his fathers.
Oh,
Tombs
good.
of fathers, is that there?
Slept with his fathers, yes.
Ooh,
Oh, come on.
But that's a line they say often.
That is a very
it's-
specific line.
Fine,
Yeah.
fine. Maybe it'll be in the
Okay.
second chapter.
All Judah and Jerusalem mourned for Josiah. Jeremiah lamented for Josiah, and all the singing men and singing women spoke of Josiah in their lamentations to this day.
Wow.
And they made them an ordinance in Israel, and behold, they are written in the Lamentations.
Okay, that one is on here.
Yeah.
That one's on the bingo card for sure. Okay. Now, the rest of the acts of Josiah and his good deeds,
Mhm.
according to that which is written in the law of Yahweh, and his acts, first and last, behold, they are written in the book of the kings of Israel and Judah.
Yeah, they are.
Wow.
Yeah.
Haven't gotten any bingos yet that I can
No.
see in the
No.
chat.
Someone said they're close, but we'll see. Is that the end?
That's it. Yeah.
Oh, wow. Okay. Yeah, as it is written
Yeah.
in the book. Then you got it. Okay, this is it. Emily, are you going to take us home?
Okay, here we go. This is it. I am. Let's do it. 36. Then the people of the land took Jehoaz, the son of Josiah, and made him king in his father's place in Jerusalem. Joaz. Wait, why do they do that?
Wait, what do you mean?
Two separate. They did two separate spellings.
Yeah, he
Oh.
lost like a couple
An
syllables
E
there.
and
Yeah,
it replaced
weird.
it with an O, and I don't know, whatever.
Weird.
Okay, Joaz was 23 years old when he began to reign, and he reigned 3 months in Jerusalem.
Yikes.
Goodness.
Yikes.
The king of Egypt deposed him
Mhm.
at Jerusalem and fined the land 100 talents of silver and a talent of gold, one single talent. The king of Egypt made Elkiam, his brother, king over Judah and Jerusalem, and changed his name to Jehoiakim.
Interesting.
What?
Right.
Okay.
Okay.
That's weird.
Wait, okay, so there was whose brother it was confusing. In the message here, it says that he made Jehoahaz's brother, Eliakim, the king.
Yeah,
I thought at first it was the Pharaoh's brother. Or the
I
king
thought
of
that
Egypt's
too, and
brother.
I was also confused.
Yeah, the king of Egypt made Eliakim his brother. The other dude's brother, but not the
Yeah.
king of Egypt's brother. Got it.
Jehoahaz/Joaz's brother, Eliakim,
Yeah.
made him king and then also changed his name.
It's so but I understand completely. Got it. Okay. Necho took Joaz, his brother, God, whose brother, and carried him to Egypt.
Over his shoulder,
Jehoiakim,
like bride style.
Uh-huh.
yeah, exactly. Jehoiakim was 25 years old when he began to reign, and he reigned 11 years in Jerusalem. And he did that which was evil in the sight of Yahweh his God. Is that on here? Is that on here?
On
Is that on here?
someone's bingo card. It's got to have that.
Sure.
I don't have it on mine.
It's not on mine. Okay, so he did that which was evil. Against him came up Nebuchadrezzar, king of Babylon, and bound him in fetters to carry him to Babylon. Everyone's just like getting carted off. Nebuchadrezzar.
No, it's Nezer. This one is Nezer.
Okay, Nebuchadnezzar also carried of the vessels of the house of Yahweh to Babylon and put them in his temple at Babylon.
Yeah, so he took all the nice things out of God's temple and brought them to his own temple.
Okay, fun.
Again, this has happened several times now.
Yeah, everyone's like taking each other's stuff.
Yeah.
Now, the rest of the acts of Jehoiakim and his abominations which he did, and that which was found in him, behold, they are written in the book of the king of Israel and Judah. And Jehoiachin, his son, reigned in his place. Wait, that was 11 years, like condensed into 2 sentences? Okay.
Yeah, you've got to be efficient, you know?
Jehoiachin was 8 years old when he began to reign, and he reigned 3 months and 10 days. Oh, geez, that's...
Wait, hold on. The message says he was 18. Yours says 8?
Okay, well, this says he was 8, and he
He's
did that.
bad little boy.
Yeah, because it said he did that which was evil in the sight of Yahweh. I'm like, well, he was 8. Like, what else did he know how to do?
Hey, I bet some shitty 8-year-olds.
Yeah, well, be that as it may, he's a tiny child.
Yeah, this is weird. So the Message and the NIV both have him as 18, and then the King James and the Complete Jewish Bible have him at 8.
Weird.
So maybe it was like a smudge, and someone was like, yeah, that's a 1. And the other translations are like, no, that's just a smudge.
Wow. Are there any like, no.
People in the chat
Child death.
are really excited by child death. I think that's one of the things on the bingo card. I don't have child death.
Yeah, it's not
I
on
do.
mine.
I'm putting it on.
But like, hold on. But they didn't say that he was dead, though.
Well, we'll see. You're right. Hold on.
We'll see.
Let's see if he dies.
Okay. I mean, he only reigned like a hot second, 3 months.
Yeah, he must have died.
At the return of the year, King Nebuchadnezzar sent and brought him to Babylon with the goodly vessels of the house of Yahweh and made Zedekiah, that's what it is, Zedekiah, his brother, king over Judah and Jerusalem.
Okay, I see.
Oh.
So in the message, it's clarifying here that King Nebuchadnezzar ordered this little baby king brought to Babylon, also along with the rest of the valuables in the temple. He's like, there was some more stuff we didn't grab that first time. Let's grab those this time along with that little kid.
Just the baby and the bathwater.
Yeah.
Please.
So, yeah,
maybe
exactly.
He's not dead.
So, maybe he's not dead.
Maybe he still lives to this day.
Maybe. Okay, so anyways, he's not the king anymore.
Right.
He was taken away.
Right.
Zedekiah was 21 years old when he began to reign, and he reigned 11 years in Jerusalem. And he did that which was evil in the sight of Yahweh his God. He didn't humble himself before Jeremiah the prophet, speaking from the mouth of Yahweh. Oh, we know that dude.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
We know him so well.
He also rebelled against King Nebuchadnezzar, who made him swear by God, and he stiffened his neck and hardened his heart against turning to Yahweh, the God of Israel. Moreover, all the chiefs of the priests and the people trespassed very greatly after the abominations of the nations, and they polluted the house of Yahweh, which he had made holy in Jerusalem. Does that mean he,
yeah.
did he do like, what, temple prostitutes?
Yeah, you know what?
Just false prophet or
So polytheism.
too many porches.
Polytheism's on the card here, and I'd
Yeah.
say this counts. That's
okay.
He's putting
Cool.
up all the abominations of the pagan gods.
Dang
so
it.
that's
I don't have
good.
polytheism.
You don't?
in
Oh, I
mine.
do.
No, dang it.
Wait, any false prophets? No,
no,
there's no false
not
prophet.
yet.
Can somebody get eaten by a wild animal, please? Thank you. Yahweh, the God of their fathers, sent to them by his messengers, rising up early and sending, because he had compassion on his people and on his dwelling place. But they mocked the messengers of God and despised his words and scoffed at his prophets until the wrath of Yahweh arose against his people, until there was no remedy. Was this during the time of Jeremiah, when Jeremiah was the sad prophet?
Oh, he was so sad, yeah.
The bullfrog prophet?
The
Saddest
sad
frog.
bullfrog. Yes.
Got it. Okay. Therefore, he brought on them the king of the Chaldeans, who killed their young men. Is that a child death? With the sword in the house of the sanctuary.
Emily, you're so determined to win.
I like winning things. Their young men with the sword in the house of the sanctuary, and had no compassion on young man or virgin, old man or gray-headed. He gave them all into his hand. Jeez. All the vessels of the house of God, great and small, and the treasures of the house of Yahweh, and the treasures of the king and of his princes, all these he brought to Babylon. They burnt the house of God and broke down the wall of Jerusalem, and burnt all the palaces of it with fire and destroyed all the goodly vessels of it. Yikes. Those who had escaped from the sword carried he away to Babylon, and they were servants to him and his sons until the reign of the kingdom of Persia, to fulfill the word of Yahweh by the mouth of Jeremiah, until the land had enjoyed its Sabbaths. For as long as it lay desolate, it kept Sabbath, to fulfill 70 years.
Okay, hold on. I need a little help with this whole Sabbath metaphor we're suddenly roping in.
Yeah,
Like,
this
nobody
we had
was
this
working?
before. We had this before in several of the prophets, where there was going to be 70 years of everyone in captivity before they were freed.
Sure.
And we kind of looked that up, and basically from the historical reports, it was like, yeah, kind of 70-ish, approximately.
Give or take 20 years.
Yeah, you know,
Okay.
it was a slow process. It wasn't like overnight everyone went back home. It was, kind of an ongoing thing.
Sure.
Yeah. But I do think I remember it being called a Sabbath before.
Okay.
Like a shitty Sabbath.
Yeah. Yeah, it was definitely not a good Sabbath. Now, in the first year of Cyrus, king of Persia, that the word of Yahweh by the mouth of Jeremiah might be accomplished, Yahweh stirred up the spirit of Cyrus, king of Persia, so that he made a proclamation throughout all his kingdom and put it also in writing, saying, "Thus says Cyrus, king of Persia, all the kingdoms of the earth has Yahweh, the God of heaven, given me, and he has charged me to build him a house in Jerusalem, which is in Judah. Whoever there is among you of all of his people, Yahweh his God be with him, and let him go up." That's it.
Like uptown girl back to Jerusalem is what he means.
Mhm.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, because Cyrus was the one who came along and he was maybe considered the Messiah
Mhm.
or some form of
Mm.
Messiah at the time because the fact that he was like, yeah, you can go home.
Let my people go. No, that was
Yeah.
way
I think it was
earlier.
more like, you're not my people, but you can go.
I think it was actually kind of more like, I'm actually your new emperor now, but I'll let you worship your old God.
Okay. Good for
No,
him.
go. Please go. Please, good God,
please
get out of
get
here.
outta
Go.
I'm sick of your whining.
I don't think anyone won that bingo round.
No bingo. But hey, we've all won because we made it to the end of the Old Testament.
Yeah.
Well, okay, hang on now. We
Okay,
can't.
well, technically we haven't.
We technically have 2 more episodes till we truly get to say that. So don't
Okay,
let's.
fine.
But we did finish 2nd Chronicles, which is no laughing matter.
Yay.
No, it isn't. I did not laugh. Yeah.
Oh my
Okay.
goodness. Okay, all right. We need to take a quick break to talk about how you can help keep this show going. The best thing you can do is tell your friends. And you know what? Right now is a great time to get some people all up on
Yeah.
this show because we are finishing up this Old Testament. So if you have someone who wanted to binge, somewhere in the neighborhood of 240 hours, so that's like 10 days of 24 hours a day listening. You could
Good
probably
Lord.
do it in, in a couple
That's-
weeks.
A lot.
But if they wanted to binge the entire Old Testament, now's the time to start so they can be ready for Hot Christ Summer. Or if you don't want to do that, just get them in, get them kind of warmed up, prep them to the idea, ploy them with drinks and things like that. And then they will be ready to join us for our recap of the Old Testament. Would be a good place to start in a couple weeks.
Yeah.
And then for starting the New Testament. And the best place you can do that is at our live shows. If you're able to come, if you go to drunkbiblestudy.com/live, you can join in the chat and join in the fun in real time, the realest of times right here. Or you can listen after the fact a few days later, of course, online. And if you love this show so much, as I know so many of you do, you could become one of our parishioners at patreon.com/drunkbiblestudy. As a thank you, we have early releases of episodes so you can get these hot takes faster than anybody else, as well as personal toasts on the show. And of course, our undying affection and Emily's drink recipes and photos. And we're back. Wow. Oh my gosh, this is amazing. During the break, people in the chat were comparing notes about when they started listening to this show. And it's kind of shocking to think about how long ago we started this.
5 years, right?
Yeah, that's just
Wow.
ridiculous.
Yeah.
We didn't even know what pandemics were back then. None had ever happened
No
in
one knew.
history. And it's just,
I mean, not in our history.
wow, it's amazing. What a different time it
Yeah.
was.
Yeah.
What a different time.
Indeed.
But here we are.
Yeah.
And now it's time for some wisdom from the book of Proverbs, chapters 19 and 20. Proverbs 19. Better is the poor who walks in his integrity than he who is perverse in his lips and is a fool. Mouth stuff right out the gate. Loving it.
Wait, are we still playing bingo?
Yeah, I'd say we were still playing.
Okay.
I don't think mouth stuff is on the bingo.
Yeah, it's
though.
not on there, but I was
But
just
it could have
thinking
been, yeah.
perhaps.
It isn't good to have zeal without knowledge, nor being hasty with one's feet and missing the way.
I mean, it's true. If you miss your exit sometimes on the freeway, it can really screw you.
Yeah, it's true.
Yeah.
The foolishness of man subverts his way. His heart rages against Yahweh.
Oof.
Wealth adds many friends, but the poor is separated from his friend.
Once again, we come back to the sense
Yeah.
of like, hey, everyone loves a rich friend.
Yeah.
I know, that's very strange. Like, did they mean wealth as in like wealth and intelligence or wealth in like soul in some way? Or do they really just mean like, oh, if you're rich then you're gonna have a lot of
I
friends?
think that's giving them way too much credit.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like if I look at
I thought it was a metaphor.
the Message Bible translates this one as wealth attracts friends as honey draws flies, but poor people are avoided like the plague. Yikes, dude.
Jeez.
I don't know what kind of message we're supposed to be getting from
Right.
this, but
Yeah, I don't think people who read that.
Solomon
yeah.
was very rich, so I guess he would be biased toward that.
Okay, maybe that's why.
Yeah.
Jeez.
He's like, I don't get why these poor people can't make friends. Like, why don't they just decide to have a lot of money? Because that's what attracts friends.
There you go.
Why don't they just choose to do that?
Yeah.
Boy. Okay. I used to be really into Solomon, and he's kind of lost me with these proverbs, to be honest. A false witness shall not be unpunished. He who pours out lies shall not go free. Okay, little threat there. Many will entreat the favor of a ruler, like me, and everyone is a friend to a man who gives gifts.
And pro-bribery.
Yeah, it is pro-bribery again.
Okay, I think for our next episodes, or all Proverbs episodes, we do need to do another bingo card because there's just too many tropes in here.
Oh, for
You're right.
sure. Yeah, will somebody
Yeah.
create that?
Yeah.
Thank you to whomever
Some
created
proverb
this.
bingo
Beautiful.
for sure.
Yeah, good idea.
Because, yeah, pro-bribery for sure. You know, women being maybe evil or maybe hot. I don't
Being
know.
Terrible.
Like the mouth
Both at the
stuff.
same time.
Like it's just dripping with
I mean,
it.
really just put mouth stuff instead of the free space in the middle, right? Like that's just, we know it's going to happen.
It is a free space. Yeah.
Okay, I think we're continuing on with this theme here. All the relatives of the poor shun him. How much more do his friends avoid him? He pursues them with pleas, but they are gone. It's just dissing on poor people.
Yeah.
He who gets wisdom loves his own soul. He who keeps understanding shall find good. Okay? A false witness shall not be unpunished. He who utters lies shall perish.
Can we drink for repetition on that one? Because we literally just said that.
Repetition is on my bingo card.
Repetition
also.
is in here. I'm putting it.
I
yes.
think I'm taking the repetition space.
Great. Okay, everyone take the repetition space.
Great.
Delicate living is not appropriate for a fool, much less for a servant to have rule over princes.
What?
Yikes. What?
Jeez.
Now, I like how Eugene tries to make this relatable, and he says,
None of it is.
blockheads shouldn't live on Easy Street any more than workers should give orders to their boss.
Whoa!
Okay, buddy.
Okay, so it's really confirming this is the natural order of things.
It's like monarchy and capitalism.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Like,
Yeah,
come
it's like,
on.
no, this is how it should be. Like, if you're not smart enough to be good with your money, you don't deserve to have it, you blockhead.
Right. Your manager
Jeez,
is in charge of you
goodness.
because God ordained it. That is the natural order
Yeah.
of things.
It's true.
But people love bribes. So if you are trying to get ahead, that's
Maybe
the way,
bribe them.
yeah.
Give them
Yeah.
gifts.
The discretion of a man makes him slow to anger. It is his glory to overlook an offense. The king's wrath is like the roaring of a lion, but his favor is like the dew on the grass.
Is doing the grass a nice thing? I mean, I know it can be pretty in like photography and stuff like that, but I feel like anytime you interact with dew, you're like, ew.
It's
Like,
kind of
oh,
wet.
now my
You're
feet
like,
are cold.
Oh, dew.
Yeah.
Oh no,
Yeah.
my shoe,
Yeah.
my sock. Oh, we can't put the picnic
Yeah.
blanket down.
Yeah,
Mm.
there's a mixed one there. A foolish son. Oh, you know what? Actually, maybe that makes the metaphor better. Because this is about the king's favor, right?
Uh-huh.
It's like the dew on the grass. It like looks pretty and nice, but
in
you
reality,
really get down to it, you now probably owe him something, and now you're beholden
Yeah,
to
for
him,
sure.
and your shoes are wet. A foolish son is the calamity of his father. Oh boy. A wife's quarrels are a continual dripping.
No. Oh no. Oh gosh. Okay, so Angry Dorito in the chat is saying to look at this verse in the message.
Okay.
I'm a little scared though.
Okay. Verse 13. A parent is worn to a frazzle by an irresponsible child.
Oh.
A nagging spouse is a leaky faucet.
Okay,
Ugh.
that's cute that you tried to use the word spouse,
Okay.
but you still use the word nag, which we 100% know is gendered. Nice try,
Ooh.
Eugene.
Of course it is, Dedeker. Like, has Eugene shown any love to women in this whole book? No.
A wife's quarrels
No.
are a continual dripping. I'm just trying to think how I can use that.
Against me?
Either of you.
Good.
Oh, okay. Thanks.
Oh,
A
buddy.
real continual dripping
You're
going
dripping
on
right
here.
now.
Oh,
You're dripping.
man, oh, can we move past this,
Ew.
please?
Okay.
Yes, yes.
Houses and riches are an inheritance from fathers, but a prudent wife is from Yahweh.
That's cute.
Okay.
Okay, I guess.
Okay.
Slothfulness casts into a deep sleep. The idle soul shall suffer hunger.
Weird.
It's kind of going for some metaphor
Some
there.
kind of
I don't know
Rip
if it
Van
worked.
Winkle situation.
Yeah. He who keeps the commandment keeps his soul, but he who is contemptuous in his ways shall die. He who has pity on the poor lends to Yahweh. He will reward him.
Oh, that's nice. Let's toss him a bone.
Yeah, so we kind of
Okay.
combine this thing of like, look, rich people like me, everyone freaking loves us. People hate poor people,
Yeah.
but like, I'll feel bad for them. Yahweh's into that.
What
We love
what is
feeling
more
bad for people.
Christian? What
Yeah.
is more Christian?
Oh boy, oh
Really?
boy, oh
Oh,
boy.
Uh,
Verse 18, discipline your son, for there is hope. Don't be a willing party to his death.
good
What?
Lord.
Wow.
Oh, I see. Like,
Child death.
if you indulge your son, he will die. I think that's
good.
what we're getting here. A hot-tempered man must pay the penalty, for if you rescue him, you must do it again.
I'm sorry. What?
What? What just happened?
A
I don't know
hot-tempered
what-
man must pay the penalty, for if you rescue him, you must do it again.
Is the idea like
You have to rescue him multiple times
right?
because of
He's
his
always
hot
going to get
temper?
himself into trouble. He's not going to learn his lesson.
Okay.
Right.
Yeah, I
Okay.
guess.
Yeah, don't try to save him
Whatever.
from himself, because then he won't learn, and you'll just have to keep
Boy.
doing it.
Yeah.
Listen to counsel and receive instruction, that you may be wise in your latter end.
Oh, right in your latter end.
How can your ass be wise? Okay.
Yeah. There are many plans in a man's heart, but Yahweh's counsel will prevail.
Mhm.
Okay. That which makes a man to be desired is his kindness. A poor man is better than a liar.
Okay, so best is a
Oh,
rich man.
okay.
Just okay is a poor man. Worst is a liar. Okay.
Yeah.
Got it.
That's the
Got
hierarchy
it.
of things.
As long as
yeah.
we know.
The fear of Yahweh leads to life, then contentment. He rests and will not be touched by trouble. Okay.
Okay.
The sluggard buries his hand in the dish. He will not so much as bring it to his mouth again. What?
What? Like, I'm just gonna play with my food, not eat it?
Ew.
Yeah. He will not even bring it back to his mouth. Okay, Eugene has an interesting take here. He says, some people dig a fork into the pie, but are too lazy to raise it to their mouth.
Why would you do that?
Okay.
What does that mean?
That
I
doesn't.
don't know.
What does that mean?
I don't know.
It's kind of like everyone wants to get in on the ground floor. Everyone has great ideas for companies and shit, but no one actually wants to do the labor. It's kind of like the little red
Everyone
hen.
wants to read the Bible,
But no one does.
but only the three of us have created a podcast about reading the Bible while drunk.
Right. I could see it maybe being kind of this thing of like people who don't have stuff, don't eat enough pie. It's just because they're lazy. Like the pie's right there. They could have it if they wanted it. It's their own fault.
Again, they're
I
not
think
smart
maybe it's one
enough
of
to make
those.
money.
Yeah, kind of blaming them. Okay. Flog a scoffer, and the simple will learn prudence. Rebuke one who has understanding, and he will gain knowledge.
Great. Yeah. Love it.
Okay. Sure. He who robs his father and drives away his mother is a son who causes shame and brings reproach. Sure. Easy one.
Yeah.
If you stop listening to instruction, my son, this one's addressed to his son. So that
Yeah,
first one
excuse
was
me.
also to
Wait.
his son.
Who was Solomon's kid?
He had a bunch. Didn't he have like 300 of them or
Yeah.
something?
He had many.
Yeah, but who was like the kid that was the next in line?
Oh, what was his name?
It might be on the quiz.
Was it Rehoboam?
Yeah, he will be on the quiz.
Maybe Rehoboam?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Rehoboam.
maybe.
Oh yeah,
think
that
so.
sounds right. Good
Yeah.
job, Decker.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay, so right. So he had this one about robbing your father and mother. You bring shame and reproach. And then if you stop listening to instruction, my son, you will stray from the words of knowledge. A corrupt witness mocks justice, and the mouth of the wicked gulps down iniquity.
Gil?
Ugh.
Some mouth stuff for you,
Ugh.
dudes. Penalties are prepared for scoffers, and beatings for the backs of fools.
Gosh.
And that's the end of chapter 19.
Wow. Okay. Gosh.
All right, Decker, you ready?
No, I'm not ready.
I kind of wish we only had 20 proverbs and this was it, but
It's not. We got more
Sorry,
to go.
everyone.
Okay. Proverbs chapter 20. Wine is a mocker and beer is a brawler. Whoever is led astray by them is not wise.
Okay, someone quickly make a t-shirt out of that.
Yeah.
'Cause that's a good. Wine is a mocker and beer is a brawler.
I'm going to write a
That's
country
good.
song
BBS.
based on that.
Wine is a
Mhm.
mocker, beer is a brawler.
The terror
There we
of a
go.
king is like the roaring of a lion. He who provokes him to anger forfeits his own life. It is an honor for a man to keep aloof from strife, but every fool will be quarreling.
Hmm.
The sluggard will not plow by reason of the winter, therefore he shall beg in harvest and have nothing. Counsel in the heart of man is like deep water, but a man of understanding will draw it out.
Oh.
Many men. Okay, I think Solomon had his heart broken. Many men claim to be men of unfailing love.
By one of his 30,000 concubines.
Hold on.
Got
Many
it.
men claim to be men of unfailing love. But who can find a faithful man?
Good question.
Yeah, it definitely sounds like
He got dumped.
some guy broke up with
Yeah,
him and
yeah.
he's sad about it.
Can we do multiple wives for that?
No. No.
No.
No.
This is about men.
Fine.
Wives have no place here.
They're talking
All right.
about women. Okay, whatever.
A righteous man walks in integrity. Blessed are his children after him. A king who sits on the throne of judgment scatters away all evil with his eyes.
Scatter.
Wow.
Who can say, I have made my heart pure, I am clean and without sin? That's fair.
Okay.
Differing weights and differing measures, both of them alike are an abomination to Yahweh. It's not the first time we've gone off on this whole
What?
unfair weights and
Yeah.
unfair scales thing.
Mm-hmm.
So
Huh.
don't scam people. Just bribe people.
Wait, somebody said read the message at verse 10. Jace,
Let's
that was
see.
that one.
Oh, yeah. Ooh, love this. So relatable. Switching price tags and padding the expense account are two things God hates.
Oh.
Okay.
I mean,
Eugene.
that is the same meaning, I would say. That makes sense.
Where did he pull that out of, though? That's just really funny. What a weirdo.
Yeah.
Okay.
Even a child makes himself known by his doings, whether his work is pure and whether it is right. The hearing ear and the seeing eye, Yahweh has made even both of them.
Okay, sure.
Little bottom of the barrel day on that one.
Yeah.
Don't love sleep, lest you come to poverty. Open your eyes and you shall be satisfied with bread.
Oh, you just
He's
gotta
like, he
wake
really
up.
is like,
Yeah.
I don't get these poor people. They're just like lazy. They're sleeping all the time. If they just got up, then they would automatically have bread.
Yeah, he's like, I wake
Wow.
up and there's bread all over the place. Like, it's
I know.
easy. What's
I just do it. I just wake up and there's everything
there's
that I could ever
bread.
want.
Yeah.
There's my servant bringing in my showbread, my favorite showbread, my morning wake up bread. Like, why don't people just do that? It's
They're
no
supposed to be
good.
sleeping all the time. Okay.
It's no good. It's no good, says the buyer. But when he has gone his way, then he boasts. Well, I thought that was all part of haggling and bargaining,
Yeah, isn't that
right?
the
To try
deal?
to, that's the whole deal. That's kind of how it goes. There is gold and abundance of rubies, but the lips of knowledge are a rare jewel.
Mouth stuff.
Uh,
So much mouths.
Did I ever tell you my good story about haggling and then walking away and boasting about it? Because I did do this.
Was this in
Russia?
Russia?
14 is about me, yeah.
Like Russia?
Yeah. Yeah, there's like a little bust of Lenin that a street vendor was selling. And I was like, oh, that's fun. How much? And they said, 3,000 rubles, which is like $100 at the time.
Whoa.
It's a lot less than that now in modern rubles. But back then it was like $100. And I was like, no. And then he like gradually kept going down and down and down. Eventually we got down to 300 rubles, which is like $10. And then I was like,
Wow.
and he's like, that's the lowest I can go. I was like, okay, no, that's fine. And I just walked away. But I've posted
Wow.
about it to this day that I haggled down a 10x discount off of this
Wow.
thing.
Oh my God.
Wow.
And I still didn't buy it because at that point I was over it. The novelty had worn
Well,
off.
I have a sad haggling story in
Oh.
Jerusalem. Not really sad. Sad for me because I was not on the boasting end
Oh, dang.
of it.
Did you buy it?
No, so I haggled.
She
I
found a
haggled
bust of
it
Lenin
literally
in Jerusalem.
No, in Jerusalem.
That would be
My
weird.
mother specifically wanted like a pendant of Roman glass, and so like I found it. It was kind of the same thing where like the guy wanted to charge me 200. I haggled him. He wouldn't go lower than like 75 or something. And so I walked away and that worked. He's like, okay, hold on. Here, like $50 or whatever. And so I got it for $50 and boasted about it day and night about my haggling skills and like gave it to my mom. And she was so happy and like boasted about it. And then she accidentally wore it in the shower and turned out it was not real Roman glass. Like,
Yikes.
then I stopped boasting about it and started crying about it.
Oh.
So,
Oh, I'm sorry, Dedeker.
no, not actually crying. I was actually very angry.
Yeah, sure.
I was extremely angry. But I mean, he got $50 out of me instead of 200. So
Yes.
there's that.
That is better.
That is better.
So fewer tears.
Yeah.
Anyway,
There might be some wisdom here for you.
I'm going to keep rolling along. Lips of knowledge. Okay. Take the garment of one who puts up collateral for a stranger and hold him in pledge for a wayward woman.
What? Even
I don't know.
What?
Just
Throw
hold
women
on.
under the bus.
Eugene has one here. This actually might be what you were looking for, Dedeker. Hold tight to collateral on any loan to a stranger. Beware of accepting what a transient has pawned.
Oh, okay.
Is
Okay.
that the
Well,
wisdom you were seeking about your Roman glass?
Maybe.
No, because I didn't buy it from a transient.
Okay,
Maybe
dang it.
if I had, then I would. Fraudulent food is sweet to a man, but afterwards his mouth is filled with gravel.
I
What
think
is
this
fraudulent food?
It's about artificial sweeteners.
Got
Yeah,
it.
that's
Okay.
going to upset your tummy.
Yeah.
Plans are established by advice, but why? But hold on. I need to slow down. Plans are established by advice. By wise guidance, you wage war. That had an exclamation
Yeah.
point.
Oh, yeah, I
Whoa.
see that. Wow.
Yeah. He who goes about as a talebearer reveals secrets. Therefore, don't keep company with him who opens wide his lips.
Mouth stuff.
Mouth is.
Whoever curses his father or his mother, his lamp shall be put out in blackness of darkness.
Beautifully written.
Okay, real quick. The Message now has a mid-chapter title here.
Oh.
The Very Steps We Take is the title of this next
The
section.
very moves we make?
I'll be
What?
watching you. Yeah, I think that's what he said.
Yeah.
An inheritance quickly gained at the beginning won't be blessed in the end.
Now,
Don't say.
hold on.
What? That's,
Hold
yeah,
on.
what's that?
I think that's an easy come, easy go.
Yeah.
But like if a parent dies and you inherit a bunch of money, I mean, what are you going to do?
Let me hit you with the Message because I think it really clears it up here. A bonanza at the beginning is no guarantee of a blessing at the end.
Yeah,
Oh my
just clear as
goodness.
mud, Jace.
Don't say, I will pay back evil. Wait for Yahweh and he will save you.
Huh.
Mm.
Okay.
Yahweh detests differing weights and dishonest scales are not pleasing. Drink for repetition.
Drink for
Again,
repetition.
again.
Also, check it off on your bingo card again.
Mhm.
Yeah.
A man's steps are from Yahweh. How then can man understand his way? It is a snare to a man to make a rash dedication, then later to consider his vows. Okay. A wise king winnows out the wicked and drives the threshing wheel over them.
Goodness.
Okay.
Whoa, calm down.
Hey.
The spirit of man is Yahweh's lamp, searching all his innermost parts.
Okay. Yeah.
Love and faithfulness keep the king safe. His throne is sustained by love.
Okay, Solomon, calm
All
down. You can calm
And
down.
I think, yeah, I don't know if it's love necessarily, and you know,
Yeah.
kind of some
Fear.
generational
yeah.
and fear mongering
Right.
and threats. The glory of young men is their strength. The splendor of old men is their gray hair.
We've gotten
Yeah,
that one
Solomon
before.
noticed some grays.
Yeah.
Wounding blows cleanse away evil, and beatings purge the innermost parts.
Goodness gracious.
Goodness
Ew.
gracious.
Okay.
Okay, I'm starting to reconsider whether or not I think we can do entire episodes of just this. This is a lot.
Oh, I'm even more
This is a lot.
excited. I feel like there's something about really going through the fire of suffering, you know, really leads to enlightenment.
I just ending off with just straight up beat the evil out of people. It works.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There you have it.
I don't know.
We're going to be so wise, though. 2 weeks from now,
So
we will be
wise.
so wise. So,
Something like that.
also,
Yes.
some things I want our audience to think about and to post in the Discord is when we do our recap in a few weeks of all of the Old Testament, one of the things that I want to compile is a good list of all of the kind of main takeaways or what's the word? Like takeaways or favorite quotes, things like that, right? There's a lot that we remember, like any kind of raven, you know,
Mm.
things like that. But any of those that we may have forgotten about or maybe lost along the way.
Don't look a dove in the eye.
Don't look a dove in the eye. Yeah, stuff like
Mhm,
that.
mhm.
I want to
I have
kind
written
of
down some of those jokes.
Right.
Okay, good.
garbage
Good.
Yeah,
grapes.
I probably haven't caught 100% of them,
Yeah.
but like got some good ones.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But anyway, post those over the next few weeks in the Discord so that we can have a nice little roundup of all our favorite things. And, you know, we'll print those to put all over the Archipelago Sandwich Pub. Once we open
Yes.
that establishment, it'll be amazing.
Well,
All right. Oh, wait. We have some toast.
We do.
yeah, we do have some toast.
Yeah.
You're so right. Okay, we have 2 toasts, 2 new parishioners.
Wow.
My goodness.
Oh my
What
goodness.
a red letter day. So
Seriously.
we need to give a toast to Annie and Regina.
Woo!
Thank you, Annie, and thank you, Regina, for supporting us. Really good timing sliding in there at the end of the Old Testament. I really know that your contributions are really going to set us up for success
Mhm.
as we get ready to head into this New Testament. So thank you so much.
We're so excited. Thank you all so much for joining us for a Bible study today. We did it, everyone. We're so close to the end right now. Also, wait, we're gonna have a quiz momentarily, right?
Yes,
Yes,
afterwards.
we will do a quiz today.
We're gonna do a quiz, and so you'll get that on your podcast players like in a couple days, I'm assuming. Yeah. If you want to join the audience in our live stream shows, follow us on Twitch at Drunk Bible Study or go to drunkbiblestudy.com/live. If you want even more Drunk Bible Study, including early releases, cocktail recipes, personal toasts on the show, and more, become one of our patrons at patreon.com/drunkbiblestudy. If you enjoy the show, take a moment to subscribe and write us a nice review on iTunes, letting other people know what you like about it. You can also join fellow listeners in our Drunk Bible Study Fans and Fellowship Facebook group or on our Discord server at discord.drunkbiblestudy.com. Find us on Twitter at Drunk Biblecast, on Instagram at Drunk Bible Study, or send us an email to info@drunkbiblestudy.com. Drunk Bible Study is created and produced by Jace Lindgren, Dedeker Winston, and me, Emily Matlack. Our theme song is Book Club by Josh and Anand from their album Home of the. For more information, visit us at drunkbiblestudy.com.
I made a memory about your dad. He's in a book club. Whoa. He's got a history of skimming past all the pages of ageless confessional shit.